As a pitcher, we have a mental checklist that we have to go through to prepare for every single batter throughout a baseball game. And when a new hitter comes into the box, we're going to go through our checklist in a set sort of way according to 3 different zones that I'm going to explain in this video. Zone 1 is in the grass. Zone 2 is on the back of the mound. And zone 3 is when we're on the rubber, getting our sign and then eventually coming set. So I first learned this 20 years ago when Oral Hershiser, the, amazing pitcher, was on TV as like one of the broadcasters, and he was talking about his mindset between hitters and how he thought about different things to prepare for each batter in different sort of phases. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. As soon as I learned that, like, my mind was blown, and then I started using that as a young college pitcher, and then I used it all through my pro career, and now it's something that I teach to the players that I work with, right? And I'm not alone. This is a framework used by so many great pitching coaches and pitchers throughout high levels of baseball. All right, so I'm in zone 1, and in zone 1, I'm thinking of all the big game tasks that I have to complete as a pitcher and my duties if I get a comebacker, a bunt. Do I have to cover first base on a ground ball to right side? Always. Where am I going if a ball is hitting the gap? Do I have to back up third, back up home, right? Where am I going to throw the ball on a soft hit grounder or a hard hit comebacker? All those sort of things are going to happen in zone 1. This is where we're going to get all that decluttering. We're going to check off all these big game items off our mental checklist, and then we can move more towards hitter-specific stuff in zone 2 and zone 1, which are the back of the mound and on the rubber. Other things I'm thinking about here are who's on base, how fast are they, how fast is the hitter, right? So if I have a really speedy runner on first base and 1 out, they're probably a stealing threat, and I need to make sure, okay, I need to hold him close, and I need to make sure I pick off, all that sort of stuff. I gotta have my game plan for holding the runners, for all the fielding duties that I have, and I just wanna get all the big game stuff out of the way. Other things include what's the score, what inning is it, right? What's the lineup that's coming up? How many outs? All that stuff. This is the time for me to think about it, because then I'm going to start to narrow my focus in zone 2 on the back of the mound and zone 1, which is when I'm on the rubber. All right, now I'm on zone 2. So here I am on the back of the mound, and this is where I'm really focusing on the hitter, reminding myself about the base runners and my holding runners plan. But now I'm really focusing on, all right, the 2 hitters coming in, lefty, really tough out, kind of likes to inside out the ball, go the opposite field pretty well, and struggles with changeups, but seems to see the curveball pretty well. So this is where I'm really sizing up what I think I'm going to do with the next hitter, and I'm going to make sure, okay, I know, all right, well, the 2 hitters up now and the 3 hitters on deck, and they've had a terrible day. I've struck them out twice. So, that could impact how I'm going to pitch this person when I know the person behind them has been struggling today, whatever it is, right? So I'm still mapping out the hitter, the next hitter, and I'm really starting to focus in on my game plan and what pitch I think I want to throw when I get on the rubber. So zone 2 on the back of the mound, this is really where we start to really focus in on the hitter, our pitch selection, our game plan for the next at bat. All right, and then zone 3, this is when we're on the rubber. So we've thought about all that other stuff, and now we're getting on the rubber, we're getting our sign, and then we're gonna come set. And when I'm on the rubber, everything else has already been taken care of. So my main focus now is not what base I'm gonna back up, not what I'm gonna do with the runners. Those things I've already figured out, right? I've already decluttered my mind by deciding where I need to go and what I need to do. Now that I'm on the rubber, it's just me and my catcher. I'm looking for the sign that I want to get. And I'm focused on, once I've decided on that pitch, I'm now completely focused on basically 2 things. Number 1, I still have to execute my plan of holding the runner if there are runners on base. But number 2, I need to stay as locked in and focused and present on making this one pitch as well as I can. And that's what we call executing a pitch. So once I've come set and I've decided, all right, I'm gonna do a 4-second hold and then I'm gonna pitch, now I'm locked in on the inside fastball that I've chosen to throw, and my goal is nothing else enters my mind except executing that inside pitch. All right, so thanks for watching. Obviously, mindset is huge as a pitcher. It is such a mental position, and the more pitchers can check items off of their mental checklist to declutter, then they can be present and focused on executing pitches, which is the way we win ball games. All right, so thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, check out the description below for my other resources. I'll link to some videos related to this one, and check out my brand new book, The Art of the Mound Visit, which is a guide to being a wonderful pitching coach. Bullpen management, what to say in mound visits with various mechanical and mindset issues, all sorts of things to help you be the best pitching coach that you can be, the kind of coach that everyone wants to play for. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you here in the next video.